What is up, you guys? It is Thursday, April 15th, so that means it is check-in day with my coach. It also means that I am just over 9 weeks out from NBC Junior Nationals in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where I'm going to try and earn my IFBB Pro card in the men's physique division. So a lot of changes have been happening week to week, which has been phenomenal. Last video I showed you guys a little physique update, so even since that video I feel like I've gotten a lot tighter. I'm taking a lot more shape, so I'm pumped. Another thing that I've noticed is like I'm kind of feeling it. I'm definitely more tired, kind of near the end of the day, so just honestly like I get kind of hyped about that because like I know things are starting to work, things are starting to click, and my body is responding to food and my metabolism is on fire. So with that being said, on days like today where I'm kind of sluggish, I try not to ingest too much caffeine, but one thing that I love taking is my Limitless pills. So this is like a prep lifesaver. Honestly, there's some like nootropic things in here, there's a little bit of caffeine, there's some other like kind of clean energy sources in there. So I'm not affiliated with the brand or anything, but if you guys want to snag one, they do have a website, bmfnutrition.com, I think. Just look them up, BMF Nutrition. It's called Limitless. I take one as a pre-workout, because like I said, I don't really take a ton of stimulants pre-workout. I don't take a ton of caffeine throughout the day. So this guy gives me a really good, clean boost of energy with no crash. So this is definitely a prep necessity. But going into today's video, we are going to hit some arms. So I'm going to talk about my kind of pre and intro workout nutrition going on right now. So I kind of touched on it a while back, but intro workout carbs are still in. So we have 25 grams of a cyclic dextrin carb powder, as well as some aminos, some EAAs, and some BCAAs in here. Pre-workout, we just had a pump product, as well as our Limitless pill. And today is a higher carb day. So I posted a picture on my Instagram page a couple days ago that highlighted kind of my diet currently. So my high day is pretty much doubling the carbs on all of those. And since I did check it on my coach, I get 2 extra bagels today. So give me a good little kind of refeed there. It should translate into tomorrow, having a good lift tomorrow, and having some more energy throughout the day today. So nothing crazy today. We're gonna hit some arms. We're gonna hit 8 total exercises. We're gonna hit triceps completely first, and then we're gonna go into some biceps. So gonna hit a lot of reps, a lot of volume, and I'll show you guys how we're looking near the end of our workout. So stay tuned, and let's go. So like I said earlier, we're gonna hit all of our triceps first. We're gonna hit 4 sets of every exercise today. So we have 8 exercises total, 4 sets of each, so we have 32 sets total. We're gonna throw in some stuff later like drop sets, you know, kind of pushing past failure, getting some extra reps in there. So right now we're gonna start with a regular tricep push down. I have an easy bar here, but we're gonna focus on getting a lot of blood in that muscle quick. So we're gonna kind of start off with something called an acclimating set. So I'm gonna start off kind of light, hit my 20 reps, next set 20 reps, next set 20 reps, but we're gonna increase the weight each set, okay? So you might call this set like a primer set or kind of like warm-up sets, but we're gonna kind of push the intensity up as the workout continues, okay? So 4 sets of 20, I'm gonna increase the weight each set. Right, so set 1's done. We're gonna up the weight a little bit, and then we're gonna go pretty quick back into set number 2. Again, 20 reps, we're increasing the weight. So on arms especially, they're not a super like taxing or like hardcore muscle group to hit. So I wanna try and hit all this whole workout, which you guys are gonna see. This video is like kind of longish. We're gonna hit this whole workout in probably 45 minutes. So we're gonna keep it moving, get a lot of blood in the muscle, and push it, because if you take 2-3 minutes in between sets on arms, you're wasting a lot of effort and you're kind of losing that pump. So we're gonna hop back in our next set right now. Can y'all hear me? The vacuum's going on in the back. So next exercise we're gonna do is gonna be something a little bit different. I'm sure most of y'all have done a skull crusher, whether it's with dumbbells, a barbell, even like with a cable. We're gonna do one with an easy curl bar, but we're gonna do something called a floor skull crusher, okay? So the only difference is we're gonna keep the elbows in tight, and we're not gonna go overextend too much of the elbows. This one's gonna save your elbows a little bit. Honestly, I just feel these a lot better. I feel a much more consistent contraction, and like I said, it helps out my shoulders and elbows. So once you come behind your head, the weight's gonna hit the ground, and then you explode into the next rep. So nice and controlled down. Once you feel those plates hit the ground, drive it up. Same thing, we're gonna hit 4 sets. We're gonna go 15 reps on this guy. So take notes on the form, give it a try. Got the hat off for this one. Ugh. So I always put my knees up, that way I'm grounded. I can push my heels through the ground. I always have my hands on the inside grip, and then the biggest thing I want y'all to know is make sure you're not coming out here to here. Keep the elbows tucked in tight, bring the elbows in by the ears, okay? So you're gonna be here, push the hands, control back. Okay, so we're gonna be off the cuff, right? So I wrote out my workout already, right? And basically now we're gonna move into a rope overhead tricep extension. And what I originally had planned was gonna be like a cable push down like that, or having one here and doing a kick back, right? Both are really good exercises. I kind of like messed around with it for a set, didn't feel shit. Like no contraction, no squeeze, and I think that's because they're already kind of taxed from the skull crushers. So I decided to extend that, and we're gonna go with an overhead tricep extension because I can kind of get a little more control on the squeeze and the arm path throughout. So I should be able to kind of feel it better. So if you guys are ever doing one of these workouts and you're not feeling it, go on and move on to the next exercise. Because a lot of times if you're not feeling what you're doing, you're either doing it improperly or not efficiently. So if there's something that you can do and you know it's gonna blow up those triceps and you're gonna feel it a lot more and it's gonna feel better, whether it's contraction, better, or like on the elbows or whatever, switch it out. Don't be afraid to kind of mix and match those exercises. This guy's still gonna hit that long head of the tricep that we were trying to hit with the kickback. So just plug and play and see how it feels. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hit 4 sets of this guy, no reps in mind. So we're gonna go to absolute failure. I don't know what that rep range is gonna be. The first 2 sets maybe closer to 20. The second 2 sets maybe closer to 10, 15. We're gonna basically do this with very minimal rest time. So once I hit failure, we're basically gonna come out here, boom, rack it. I'm gonna basically shake out the arms, take 4 deep breaths, and go back to work, okay? So very, very short rest time. We're gonna hit this, 1 more tricep exercise after that, and then we're gonna move on to biceps. So a little form tip on this one too. Whenever you have a beam like this, I literally always just 7th grade homecoming, 8th grade prom, whatever, against it. I always put my butt against the beam, and then from there I keep my elbows in tight. I hinge forward at the hip, so I keep my butt still on the beam, and then I push out with the hands. Sometimes I'll come out a little more here and let the weight kind of catch me forward, and then push out. So that way the weight is all distributed forward on the arms. You have very little weight driving through the ground. So give that a try, and let's go. All right, there's one set. We're about to take the pump cover off. So you know it's time. You know I'm feeling good. You know I'm feeling good. And if you think I look better than I have in the past couple weeks, drop a comment down because I need that engagement. So that was kind of light-ish. I'm actually going to jump up the weight just a little bit. And I'm also gonna adjust this guy. I actually like the cable being pretty low. That way whenever I'm pushing outwards, it's right above my head. It's a little bit easier on the elbows, and I just feel a better contraction and squeeze on that. So, like I said, we're keeping the rest time really short. So I'm gonna put this on, bring this guy down a notch, and back to work. So we're still going. If y'all saw the last little, probably like 5-6 reps, I kind of like hit that failure point, and then I kind of started punching. So whenever you have some blood in there and you start kind of hitting that failure point, if you can't get any more quality reps, don't be afraid to kind of get some cheat ones out. Especially when we don't have a rep range in mind like that. Stuff like that can really make a big difference. It can carry over to the rest of your workout. So the last 5 or 6 reps, I know they're kind of ugly, but whenever you're already fatigued them out, you know, the skull crushers and kind of 2 other sets that we've been doing there, it's kind of good to have some of those kind of extra forced reps to kind of push past failure. So gonna give myself a little bit longer break on this one. And then we have sets 3 and 4, again, till failure. Okay, last exercise for triceps, we're gonna hit a little superset. So what we're gonna do is basically 2 working sets of tricep rope pushdown and body weight bench dips. So I think body weight bench dips is one of the most underutilized exercise that you can do in terms of triceps. I'll give you guys kind of a little tweak on that and how to like engage more and really feel those triceps and really kind of burn them out. But we're gonna start with 2 sets of 20 here. After your first set, we're gonna go into another working set. And after that set of 20, we're gonna hit a double drop set. So you'll notice I don't have a ton of weight on the tricep pushdown. That's because a lot of people do them incorrectly. They put a lot of shoulder into it, they put a lot of traps into it, and they don't fully engage that tricep. So reminder to you guys, if you guys are trying to fully engage your tricep, you actually want to come behind your body. Thinking about really bringing the hands behind. I'm gonna work on that long head there, okay? So, like I said, 20 here, we're gonna hit 20 bodyweight bench dips, and then we're gonna do a little drop set after that, all right? So let's get to it. So on the tricep pushdowns, I like to have my elbows a little bit flared. Push down, squeeze. Think about flexing the biceps on the way up. Push down, squeeze. So we got 20 of these. So the difference in lighting between here and literally 4 steps behind me is nuts. I was kind of like, but now I'm like, not feeling it. But we're gonna go bodyweight bench dips. Like I said, on this guy, a lot of people kind of start here and they come like this, right? You're gonna feel in your shoulders, you're not gonna feel it. Beep. Can you do a little beep in there? No, whatever. You can't feel shit in your triceps, okay? So you're not gonna be able to engage those triceps properly. What I want y'all to think about doing is I always keep my feet relatively close to my body. And then once you're here, I want you to think about like leaning back into the tricep, then pushing forward. So lean back, push forward, lean back, push forward. Instead of going up and down, back, forward, back, forward. And of course, getting a good squeeze at the top. So I feel those way more than a traditional body weight bench dip. And you can also feel that stretch. I can feel that stretch immediately by thinking over my butt back and leaning into the bench versus just going straight up and down. So that's one set down. We're about to go into our drop sets. I'll show you guys what we're doing there, and then we'll move on to buys. Congratulations, you made it to the fun part of the video. About to hit some buys. Triceps are done. First exercise we're gonna do, I've never done it on the channel. I may have not even posted about it like on Instagram or anything too. So what we're gonna do is something that I've been doing since I was like in high school. I've never really seen a lot of other people do it, but I've done like a variation of it. A lot of people like kind of do like a bicep curl on like a seated cable row, but we're gonna do an overhead cable bicep curl. So I have a flat bench right here with me. I have an easy curl bar on the cable attachment, and what we're gonna do is basically just do a bicep curl lying down the ground, but you're gonna be pulling vertically straight down to your head. So it's almost like a reverse skull crusher. I love this guy. If you keep the elbows in, you really hit that peak, that top of the bicep. And I love kind of like either warming up with this exercise or burning out with this exercise. So same old shit. We're gonna hit 4 sets. So we're gonna hit 20 reps to start, and get it popping from there. So let's go. So like I said, elbows in tight. So I'm gonna go grab the inner part of the bar, and I always make sure I'm not rolling at the wrist. So I put my thumbs over the bar, chest nice and high, elbows in tight, pull straight down to your head. Felt good. That felt really good. It was kind of heavy for 20 to be honest, but let's rock with it. We're gonna hit another set with that weight at least. Try and hit all 4. Again, we're gonna keep the rest pretty quick. So give yourself about 30 seconds, hop back in, go on to the next one. Okay, moving on to kind of like a heavier exercise. One of my favorite bicep exercises is gonna be a 2-arm dumbbell bicep hammer curl. So we're gonna have our dumbbells here. We're gonna focus on coming all the way down, make sure those triceps are extended at the bottom, and come up. So make sure the elbows are tucked, and some people kind of come across the body on a hammer curl. I like to go pretty much straight up and down. If I come across the chest a little bit, that's okay, but I want it basically just being that movement right there, okay? So we're going a little heavier, so the weight's not crazy. We're gonna hit 10 or 12 reps, again, 4 sets. So let's get it. You have to find the best lighting. That's like step number 1 before you even start. Lighting is crucial. So honestly, it sounds stupid. I have bigger lats, so I kind of flare up my lats. That way, whenever I'm coming down, my biceps kind of rest on my lat instead of coming here and having them get in the way. So I always come here and make sure your wrists aren't here. Make sure they're here, locked out. That way, just come straight up, straight down. All right, so feeling good, feeling really good honestly today. I don't know if it's higher carbs from today or I'm just in a better mood because I'm like seeing some changes, but I feel really full. We're not like super hard yet, super grainy looking yet, but my shoulders are kind of taking more shape. I definitely feel really big. And you can see like we have a little bit of vascularity, especially my calves. That's where I get it first. So once I just see some little changes like that really kind of helps motivate me and really kind of like make me want to like kind of level up even more and kind of push harder. Honestly, like I said though, man, like I really haven't suffered too bad. Like I can definitely feel the diet working, just because like I am really tired by the end of the day, but like I said, it means that the shit's working. So strength is still really good in the gym. Pumps are really great. Sleep is really good. For those of y'all who may not have never prepped before, a lot of times your body will keep you up because it's like, yo, you're about to die. Like it'll try and keep you up because you're so hungry. So I haven't had that issue yet. Cardio is 30 minutes. It's not bad. So overall, man, I'm feeling really good. And I think like any kind of little change that we do make and end up making in the future is going to yield a lot, like a significant result. So I'm just happy, man. I'm really, really happy with the spot we're in right now. And I'm really, really excited to kind of like see what we bring in the next 8 or 9 weeks to the stage. So, all right, that's enough rambling. We got 3 more sets here. Let's try and get big. All right, I'm feeling good today, man. I really am. So, next exercise that we're gonna do is one that I had in my very first YouTube video. If you have not checked it out, come on. It's like clickbait. It's like how to get huge arms. It's an actually really good workout. It's from last prep. Actually the first video that me and Peter have done together, so that was a little throwback, but really good video. So, same exercise that I did in that video. It's gonna be a spider curl with a barbell. So, we're on a preacher curl bench. This side is gonna be a preacher curl. The other side is straight up and down. That's gonna be a spider curl. So, what we're gonna do is focus on keeping the elbows in tight, come up and really squeeze, drive those elbows against that pad, and just focus on that contraction, okay? So, pretty light-ish weight. We're gonna hit 20 reps again. Get that full stretch and squeeze. At this point, there's a lot of blood in the arms. We're just trying to push out a little more blood, fatigue muscle a little bit more before our final exercise. It's kind of like a burnout, and then that's it. Golly. All right, so I felt good. Like I said, at this point, just focusing on getting as much blood in the muscle as you can. It was a little high, so I'm gonna bring it down just 1 notch. We got 3 more here, and I know we're kind of shooting for 20, but if you can get a couple more, or a couple, you know, if you have to cut it out a little bit short, that's okay. But kind of just focus on whenever you stop feeling that really good contraction squeeze, and you have to, like, you know, use some form, use some chest, use some legs, just drop it, and kind of save that energy for the last 3 sets. So quick rest, back to it. Last exercise is gonna be an incline dumbbell curl. So I don't put the incline very like far back. So it's actually really high. It's barely more laid back than a regular seated dumbbell curl. But what I want y'all to focus on is keeping the neck back. We're only gonna be moving from here at the bottom, up here, down the bottom, up here, okay? So we're gonna go 3 sets here. We're gonna hit 15 reps total. Get a good little squeeze, just burn out those biceps, eke out as much as you can, and then that's it. That's a workout. After that, it's a wrap. So hit 3 more good clean sets, and that's it. All right, set 1 is done. We got 2 more. Really focus on picking on weight. Can't even talk right now. Picking a weight that you can control and where you kind of like are nearing failure around 15. So for me, like 10 through 12, I was like, okay. So 13 through 15, I was kind of pushing it. So gonna take a quick rest, pound out 2 more, and then that's it. We good? Mm-hmm. I mean, extra lazy. We're just gonna do the outro here, but that is today's workout finished in the books. Another one done and dusted. Arms today, so nothing super crazy. It it's supposed to be a rest day today, but I want to get something done, want to get a little bit of extra work in, and honestly I feel like I've been recovering really well. So whenever I'm kind of in that state, I'm just going to kind of get on an extra day if I can, because you never know, especially with contest season and everything coming up, like when an unnecessary rest day will kind of like have to pop up. So always just kind of keep that in mind. If you need a rest day, take it. If you're feeling good, keep on going. But arms are done. You can see like we did a lot of volume, a lot of sets, but the weight wasn't ridiculous. But we hit different areas of the triceps, different areas of the biceps, to make that kind of complete arm, right? You don't just want to have like really big bicep peaks, at the same time you don't want to get, you know, this really big long head and no lateral head of the tricep. So you want to make sure you're hitting all areas of both your arms, or of both your biceps and your triceps, whenever you're hitting arms. So I don't do arms by themselves too often either. You'll notice I kind of do like a push day, a pull day, maybe like shoulders and biceps, or you know, like shoulders, triceps, something like that, where I kind of combine groups. So usually biceps, triceps I don't do together, so I do kind of like having it every once in a while, kind of do it, and kind of just like really get a good pump. So felt really good today. I know I said it like 25 times in the video, but feeling good with my diet, feeling good with the food, feeling good with the cardio, feeling good with supplements, overall feeling really good. Hope that you guys can kind of see some changes in my physique over the course of these videos. Additionally, other than that, I have my own camera, woohoo. So that should actually be coming in the mail today. So I'm going to try and do like a full day of eating for you guys, do a little bit more vlog footage, send that over to Peter, and either have him do, you know, like either 2 separate videos kind of a week, maybe, we'll see, or kind of supplement our videos that we're doing in here with some outside footage of, you know, my days. They're pretty freaking boring, I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of, you know, just me hanging out other than that. But I'm going to try and do, like I said, the physique updates at home, full days of eating, and just other stuff that kind of comes along with prep. Even me grilling how I grill food, you know, little stuff that might kind of help you in your fitness journey. So that's it. Like I said, done and dusted. Trying to win each day, taking each day as it comes, and then really excited about the package that we're going to bring to Junior Nationals in 9 weeks. So 9 weeks on Saturday, that's like, for me, I know most people think 8 weeks is 2 months. For me, like 9 weeks, that's 63 days. So if you think about it, like 31, that's 62 days. So that's 9 weeks is pretty much like that 2 month out mark point for me. So I'm super stoked. So we're kind of coming into that second half where everything really counts. So every grain of rice is going to be accounted for, every push-up, every bicep curl, every cardio session, every single thing is going to be accounted for. It's going to be on point, it's going to be precise. So there's no room for error, because I want to make sure that I'm coming on stage undeniable, you know, unforgettable. I'm going to make sure that I did everything in my power to make sure that I could present my best physique. So I'm not leaving anything up to chance, not leaving anything up to luck. And I'm going to make sure that if someone beats me on stage at Junior Nationals, it's because they are flat out better than me that day. So, you know, just trying to have a positive attitude, and I think that's really helps me. It's made this prep a little bit easier by having that kind of perspective and that scope. But I want to be one and done. I want to do this show, win it, done. So that's kind of the game plan that we have so far, and that's the goal. So that's enough talking for today. Like I said, I'm going to try and shoot an, you know, like a full day of eating for you guys, so you guys can see how I make my food, what I'm eating in a day right now, and that's it. So thank you guys again, once again, for watching, subscribing to, like, you know, the YouTube, the TikTok, Instagram, reaching out to me for your coaching inquiries. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really does go a long way. If you guys do want to support me, the gym, the channel, whatever, give me a follow, like, share, subscribe, inquire about coaching on my website. The link is down below. Appreciate you guys once again. Y'all stay safe. Love y'all.